Good to see you all. Happy spring. Oh, I heard birds singing this morning, and it's just a matter of days before we get to sleep with the windows open, and that's my favorite. But there's nothing like weather swings at this time of year to remind us that we are intimately connected to the earth. And as the seventh principle of Unitarian Universalism reminds us, that we affirm that we are a respectful part of the web of all existence. In that spirit, we'll offer an acknowledgement of the indigenous people who first populated this land, read this morning by Joe Waters.
Good morning. In our commitment to be in right relationship with the descendants of this area's indigenous people, we place a small basket of black oak acorns on our altar each week. In doing so, we acknowledge the Nisenan people are still here among us today, though nearly invisible after generations of erasure and exclusion from California's history. We understand we are on Nisenan land that was never ceded, and the original tribal families have yet to recover from the genocide of their people. As residents or visitors in Nisenan land, we support the Nevada City Rancheria Nisenan tribe in efforts to stabilize their people, as well as the campaign to restore tribal sovereignty through federal recognition. Like the First Hint of Green by Jennifer McLaughlin. As the first hint of green begins to peek through the barren ground, as that little sprig grows into a healthy stem, as that stem grows into a stalk and forms a bud, as that bud slowly opens with each new day to form a yellow daffodil, let us be like that first hint of green, renewed by the warmth of the sun's rays and ready to emerge with new energy, ready to face the day. We light this chalice to bring a glimmer of that warmth into our space.
Thank you, Joe. And the light of our chalice goes with our children, and today they also will be taking up a basket of objects, symbols of spring, for them to place on the altar that they create together up at Kids Connection. So let's send our kids off to their Kids Connection with a song.
I have just recently joined UUCM. This was 2 years ago. And I have very freely and openly and enjoyed giving my time and energy to this community because I feel a real kindred spirit with the people I've met, and there is a sense of everyone wanting to connect with one another. And that sense of connection is extremely enlivening. It's really at the core of why we want to create community, why we want to live in community, is that sense of being seen and seeing others that we are with. And being seen and seeing others really goes to the core of our sense of love, our sense of being alive, our sense of being of purpose in the world, of our being connected with all living beings. And so it's extremely inspiring and rewarding. It's a gift in terms of giving to this community. I gladly give of myself as a gift, but I receive that gift back in spades.
Good morning. It's so good to be together here in the sanctuary of the Unitarian Universalist community of the mountains, and to those of us on Zoom as well. I'm Sophia McKeon. I'm a member of this community and so happy to be here this morning as Earth's orbit around the sun is just about to tip into spring for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere. Because the Earth is slightly tilted on its axis about 23.5 degrees, we have seasons on Earth. If this apple is the Earth, if the North and South poles were oriented straight up and down, the light and heat from the sun would reach us at the same angle all year long as we were going around the sun. But because we're on a tilt, that happens to the equator, it still gets the light from the sun all year round. But in winter, we are tipped towards the sun. If we're right here, we're tipped towards the sun, making short days. And then in summer, we are tipped away, making long days. So on the spring equinox, we're right in between. We're about to be more tipped towards the sun. People in ancient civilizations figured this out. For instance, at Stonehenge, which was built in what we now call England, beginning about 5,000 years ago, and at the temple of Kukulkan in Chichen Itza, which was built in what we now call Mexico about 1,500 years ago. The structures highlight the point where the sun rises on the morning of the equinox. All throughout history and all over the world, humans have marked this day, connecting it to a sense of renewal, regeneration, and hope. Not coincidentally, this month at UUCM, our theme is regeneration. For me, in this time when my awareness of human conflict is heightened, the thought that the sun shines on all people everywhere on Earth on the equinox for 12 hours, no matter where we are, is tinged with hope. Twice a year on the equinox, we all share the same relationship to the sun. About to enter spring in the Northern Hemisphere, about to enter fall in the Southern Hemisphere, but poised between the tilt toward or away from the sun for one moment. This year it will occur exactly on Tuesday, March 19th at 8:06 p.m. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, we see signs of hope and transformation all around us as the natural world responds to the increased daylight and the warmer temperatures. Here in our service today, we will explore and celebrate these signs of transformation and hope. I think we could all use some of that.
Here to transform is by Reverend Dr. David Breeden. Welcome to this place where certainty transforms to questions. this place that takes what is and imagines what can be. Welcome to this space where what was fixed begins to shift, where rigidity embraces unfolding. As we join in the dance of transformation, welcome to this moment of change, where together we transfigure and transcend together.
And we changed what was fixed into facing this way, and I saw a lot of confused faces when they walked in, so thanks for playing along. So as we've mentioned today, we mark the spring equinox, which again will be on Tuesday, where light and dark are equal. We're turning from winter to spring, and it's a time of transformation. New life is forming once again within the earth. And as the earth welcomes new beginnings, we too might be feeling some transformations within our own lives. In ancient times, before electric lights and calendars and clocks and leap years and daylight savings time, people kept time by the movements of the earth and the sun and the moon and the stars. And we still do. Even though it's not always super easy to see minute to minute or even day to day, we know that the earth is always, always turning. Equinox is a word that comes from the Latin language, combining equal, which means balance, and nox, which means night. So on the equinoxes, there's 2 each year, day and night are balanced. The 2 equinoxes, spring and autumn, come exactly between the winter and the summer solstices. Science. It's fascinating. So we mark the new year just after the winter solstice on January 1st. But a long time ago, the spring equinox used to be considered the right time to celebrate the new year. I mean, that's always made more sense to me. Anyone else? Yeah, it's just when we see so much newness. Lots of animal babies are born around this time, grasses and flowers pop up, the leaves unfurl on the trees, and it feels like everything is new again. And we should probably do some spring cleaning. Anyone still have their Christmas tree up? Just me and Rowan? That's on our list of things to do today, I promise you. Can't believe I just admitted that. It's not even on my list. Okay. I really like being here at UUCM when we celebrate the solstices and the equinoxes, because I think the movement of the celestial bodies is something that speaks to us all, no matter what spiritual beliefs we have, whether or not we share the same ideas about what is the meaning of life, where we go when we die, or whether or not there is a God. I think even UUs can agree on this simple but profound fact that round and round the earth is turning. And in this time of celestial balance, in this pivotal moment of precious time, we can celebrate together. So we're going to call in some of the elements and directions now into this time and space that we share and make sacred together. From the place of new beginnings, the east, with the blessings of air, may knowledge and wisdom be brought to us upon the winds. From the place of passion and compassion, south, with the blessings of fire, may the warmth and light of the spring sun bring growth and harmony into our lives. And from the west, with the blessing of water, May the chill and darkness of winter be washed away by warm spring rains, bringing renewal and regeneration to the world. And from the north, with the blessings of the earth and the life within the soil, may we know creativity and sustenance. These 3 candles on our altar symbolize the earth, the sun, and what I'll call the divine mystery. As you watch their flames dance together through our time, perhaps you'll want to consider your own place within these 3 things. Where are you needing regeneration? What might you like to be transformed? How are you finding balance between the light and the dark in your lives? The green candle represents the earth. The wheel of the year is ever turning, and now the vernal equinox has arrived. Day and night are equal now, and the soil begins to change. The earth awakes from its slumber, and new life springs forth once more. The yellow candle represents the sun. The sun draws ever closer to us, greeting the earth with its welcoming rays. Light and dark are momentarily in balance, and the sky carries the smell of newness and the sound of puppies. The sun warms the land beneath our feet and gives life to all in its path. And the purple candle represents the divine mystery in our lives. Whether you call it a god or a goddess, whether you identify it by a name or simply as a universal life force, this is the candle which stands for all the things we do not know, all the things we cannot understand. What is sacred in our daily lives? Spring has come. Well, almost. And we are thankful. The divine is present all around, in the coolness of a precious rainstorm, in the tiny buds of flowers, in the fuzzy down of a newly hatched chick, and in the fertile fields awaiting planting, in the sky above and in the earth below. We are so blessed to be alive on this day. Welcome life, welcome balance, welcome regeneration, welcome spring. Way of, we'll sing those words later. As a way of honoring the coming of spring, we are going to create a mandala right here on this table. It looks like somebody might have already started. Those of us in the sanctuary collectively, and those of us on Zoom today, and watching later on YouTube, I invite you to simply witness the creation going on here. And perhaps you'll be inspired to create an altar of your own now or another time. Just allow the music and the activity to take you where it will, remembering sometimes that worship happens without words. A mandala is a piece of art that in its creation is like a prayer, a meditation on balance and beauty. So for those of you in the sanctuary, we're going to do this in 3 parts. Sophia and I are going to be holding baskets of items representing spring for you to choose. I'm going to invite you to come up in sections, and I'll be on one side and Sophia will be on the other, so you can pass by one of us. Take 2 items and place the first one on the table and then walk around directly opposite and place the other one as a mirror to that one. And you can place the first one anywhere, just place the second one on the other side and try to keep it walking in one direction. And then, and then sit down. I know that's a lot of rules and we're not really rule kind of followers, but we're gonna try to do that. Okay, let's see. So yeah, take 2 items. Yeah, I've already said all that. So I wrote the directions, but I just said them. So well, that's fine. So we'll be building a wheel that is a dance around the center. The structure and patterns will emerge as we create the mandala. Have faith. It's not done. Yours is not the only thing that makes it that. It's a collective piece. So think of a compass, a labyrinth, the ripples on water from a tossed stone, a nebula, the spinning universe. So first we'll sing a few rounds of a simple song. Then I'll invite you to come up, like I said, a section at a time, choose 2 of the same thing, and walking in a clockwise manner around the table. You place your first item anywhere you choose, your second directly across from it, and then return to your seat, and then we'll invite the second section and the third section. So we're gonna do it in sections. Here we go. And we'll sing. And now, I've already had one person a little worried about this asymmetry that she noticed. Any volunteers to come up and transform it even further? Maybe 5 or 6 people. Come on up, Shanti. Come on up. Just like the kaleidoscope that Reverend Kevin talked about recently, we can create, what's going on? What happened? Oh, okay, fix it. I don't know. Cypress, she's gonna do some camera work.
Turn the camera on.
So Reverend Kevin talked about that kaleidoscope recently in a recent sermon. We can create an entirely different image just by moving a couple of carrots there, a couple of duckies there. Here we go. And if you need to, friends, wait. Shanti, the piece de resistance, we have little tiny Easter chicks and lambs and little gram bunnies. So put them on there. Get it all on there. Well, you don't have to get it all on there. There's a lot. Yeah. No, don't put anything in that one. Oh, it's okay if it does. See, it's all okay. And it's beautiful. And it's transformational. And it's collective. First one up gets a chocolate. Yeah, that happened last time we did this. And it's actually very whimsical and cute. Beautiful, I love it. Again, thanks for playing along. Okay, thank you. No fear. Working together, we have filled this space with beauty and with balance. May these symbolic items that we've gathered and placed in collective creativity remind us that each moment holds the promise of transformation and the possibility of peace through working together in harmony. Amen, and blessed be. Well, this beautiful creation is made even lovelier, I think, by the fact that it didn't exist when our service started, and I didn't know what it was going to look like. And it's okay if babies cry during our service. And just like the sand mandalas that the Buddhist monks create, it will be dismantled when our time together comes to a close. It's a reminder that throughout all the moments of our lives, we are constantly in a state of transformation. That equinox balance moment is only a second. Round and round, the earth is turning, and we turn too, turning always from morning into night, from joy to sorrow to joy again. So here in this moment, I invite you to take a moment to connect with your center and allow what you are holding there to come forth. Who or what is surfacing for you? Is there a care or a concern that you would like to bring into the center of our space to be held in common, maybe to transform? On the outside edge of our circle, there are stones symbols of what we're carrying in our hearts and minds. And in the center of our collective creation, we have a bowl with some swimmers. And that's the symbol of the container that is our community. And I think that the whimsy of the rubber duckies just emphasize the whimsy and creativity of our community. And when we place those stones into the water, the ripples, the symbolic ripples of caring spread far and wide and are shared by us all. So I'm going to invite those in the room to come up and select a stone and place it into the bowl of water if you so choose, to symbolizing what you're carrying today. For those on Zoom, if you wish, you can type your joys and sorrows into the chat, or if you want to wordlessly take part in this stone's joys and sorrows ritual, you can type in a 0 or an O as a symbol of what you're carrying. So. The last stones for what is too tender, perhaps, to come forth at this moment, but that we are carrying nonetheless. And as a reminder that we all are carrying more than what shows.
I Wish You Enough by Bob Perks. I wish you enough sun to keep your attitude bright.
I wish you enough rain to appreciate the sun more.
I wish you enough happiness to keep your spirit alive.
I wish you enough pain so that the smallest joys in life appear much bigger.
I wish you enough gain to satisfy your wanting.
And I wish you enough loss to appreciate all that you possess.
I wish you enough hellos to get you through the final goodbye. The contributions from members and friends that are made during our Sunday services come from hard work and sacrifice and are so gratefully received. Just as we know that together we are better, so also do we know that what we give our church collectively does a greater good for ourselves and our world than what we could do individually. 25% of the weekly offering for March will go to our longtime community partner, Interfaith Food Ministry, working to feed the hungry and reduce food insecurity in Nevada County. If you'd like 100% of your offering to go to Interfaith Food Ministry, you may place it in the white envelope in the basket. There are other ways to give on the screen as well. May we give in love and gratitude to sustain and grow the life and mission of this congregation. Thank you again for your generosity. We dedicate these gifts so that the abundance of spring may be equitably felt in our community.
Thank you, Sophia. And thank you all for being here. And especially thank you to Cheryl and Jenny, who are upstairs with the Kids Connection, our audiovisual team today, Steve Temple, and who has at least 2 thumbs and has decided to christen himself into the world of teenagedom, but our very own Cypress. Cypress, can you stand up so we can sing for you? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cypress. Happy birthday to you. Yay. Sophia's birthday on Thursday? Oh my goodness. Happy birthday, Sophia. To you. Happy birthday. Okay, anyone else? They kept it from me, actually. I did not know that while we were planning worship, we were also celebrating. Well, okay, wait, back to the thank yous, because there are other people. Toby, I want to thank you so much for your musical genius. Eileen on as a chat host today on Zoom, today and most Sundays on Zoom. Carl, Jean, and Lori were greeters. We have refreshments in the back. Shanti for a beautiful setting. And Joe and Tom for reading. Thank you so much. Okay. We adopted a road and it's a nice sunny day and we should get out there and clean it up. Today, 12:15, that's about an hour from now. So road cleanup. There's a craft fair coming up June 8th and we're looking for volunteers. So go ahead and email to be a vendor for the arts and crafts fair. This is hosted by the Elders Action Network. There's a whole series, Building an Alliance for Democracy. The first one is on Tuesday evening this week on reproductive rights. And Nowruz, peace building and Nowruz, which is Iranian New Year, also celebrating, also here in the building. That should be fun. Tuesday, March 19th. So you should come and then you can just choose where you want to go. Sophia's hosting a 20-something, 30-something spirituality and poetry night. March 20th, that's this Wednesday, 5:30. You can contact her at Young Adults. The spirituality sharing circle is next weekend. Is that next weekend? Yeah, gosh, March is almost over again. She's not just a Zoom host, folks. She's an amazing artist. And next week, you will be able to see a selection of her amazing artwork. Eileen Hale will be in her pieces will be in the library. As always, there's so much more to learn about what's going on at UUCM. Just check the website. It's really simple and easy, and you can plug in. And I just want to thank you for bringing the baby. It's been a long time since we've had little coos during our service. Okay, so we're going to release the directions: north, west, south, and east, the elements, earth, water, fire, and air, for bringing your abundance of gifts of creativity and sustenance, compassion and regeneration, growth and harmony, knowledge and wisdom to the earth and the sun and the divine mystery. Thank you for the return of spring once again. In that spirit, here's the prayer of co-creation by Lynn Cox. Creative Spirit, source of life and love, we give thanks for the beauty of this day and for the company of those assembled here. Thank you for the breezes of change, clearing our heads and bringing fresh ideas. May they cleanse our minds of the oppressions and isms that divide us. Thank you for the flame of hope, the heat of righteous anger, the warmth of compassion, and the fire of commitment. May they bubble the cauldrons of transformation. Thank you for oceans of love, rivers of connection, tears of relief, and pools of serenity. May healing waters flow over us and through us and among us, wearing down the sharp rocks of despair to bring joy in the morning. Thank you for the good earth beneath us, around us, and within us. May we take this clay and co-create a new realm of justice and beauty. Thank you for all these and more. We accept our gifts and commit to building, sculpting, painting, singing, and dancing them to life, to abundant life. So be it. Blessed be. Amen. And though we now extinguish our chalice flame, we know that we will carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again. Refreshments are in the back. Please join us by Zoom.